Hi, this is video number 2 on post-traumatic stress and symptoms and dealing with post-traumatic stress. First of all, to your families, to the families dealing with post-traumatic stress, your spouse, your loved one, your child has gone through something traumatic, and don't expect them to heal quickly. I mean, not 6 months, not 8 months, not 12 months. This may take years for them to get over what happened to them. And they may never get over what happened to them. Now, you're going to have to see that and realize that this is a this is a long process. They need you. They need you to be there for them. They need you not so much to understand, because unless you've been through what they've been through, you are not going to understand. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now in the onset, you are going to be angry with them because they're going to be disruptive in some way. They may not become violent. They may not act out. They may not do anything that is physically interrupting or rude to you, or anybody else for that matter. But you are going to know through their actions, or their lack of action, or their lack of communication, that something is very seriously wrong. They may rock back and forth, sit in one chair, one place, and rock in that one place. They may wring their hands. They may become OCD about certain things. There will be certain sounds that they won't like anymore. There will be certain music that will trigger uncomfortable behavior in them, uncomfortable behavior in you. There may be smells, tastes. Some things will not make any sense to you, and it may very much frustrate them. They may tell you in some way, through communication or body language or something, I don't like this. I don't understand why I don't like this. I can't communicate why I don't like this. I can't explain to you why I am afraid, why I'm shaking in terror, why I can't look at certain people in the eye, because they're trying to put together some kind of understanding of what happened to them, why it happened, why they reacted the way they did, how they handled it. Could they have handled it better? Maybe there's a lot of guilt. Maybe there's a lot of shame. Maybe there's extreme amount of anger that they can't get through. It's a wall. It's a hurdle. It's terror. They may have nightmares, terrible nightmares, screaming nightmares. They may have never sleepwalked in their life, and they may develop that. They may wet the bed. They may lose control of other functions of their body. They may act out in certain ways. Maybe before they had this accident, or had this terrible thing happen to them, or they were in battle, they didn't like violence. Now all they can do is play video games, violent video games, go to horror films. Some of them who, maybe were immoral and ethical before their ordeal, now now are losing track um, of their moral compass. They may go to extremes in one area or another. Some of them went to war or were injured in some way, abused in some way, had a terrible ordeal in some way, and now they're drug addicts. Oxycodone, hydrocodone, Tylenol, meth, crack, cocaine, sex. Anything that they could possibly get addicted to, they may get addicted to. Food. There may come a time when this person, your loved one, will not get out of bed. No matter what you say, no matter what you do. Won't get out of bed. Just pull the covers over their head and not move. Not speak. Not do anything. They may cry all day. They may cry for days. They may sit there and moan for days. Look out in space for days. Without a word. And in some cases, they know absolutely, positively what's going on in the house and in their life, but they can't do anything about it. It's not that they don't want to do anything about it, it's just that they can't. They're unable to. They don't know how to live in their own skin anymore. And I just want you to know, in them, there is love. There is love, there is compassion, there are feelings, there are things going on inside of them at this time. Some of your loved ones come back to you and they're paralyzed. And they're unable to communicate to you. That doesn't mean they don't need your attention. They definitely don't need you to abandon them. This is part of post-traumatic stress. Is there a feeling of being completely and absolutely alone and contained in your own world? And if you have a psychiatrist, a psychologist who has a thing for medication, they'll drug them up. They'll drug your loved one up to the point where it'll make everybody comfortable. But if you know your husband or wife's laugh, you know your child's laugh, if you know what used to be funny to them, if you know that art used to take them to places they could take you on journeys. They used to love movies. They used to love different kinds of foods. If you know all of those things, stay. 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 Be solid. Develop a spine. Develop faith in something. In someone. Get help. And help is out there. Now, your Veterans Administration may not help. For years, they haven't helped. Go to your Veterans of Foreign Wars. Go to your library. Talk to a librarian. Librarians have an enormous amount of knowledge of groups that are going on in the community to help your loved one deal with whatever stress and trauma they're dealing with, and to help you as well. That's how I got a lot of my help. Is I found a librarian, and this person was extremely helpful to me. And she introduced me to another librarian who introduced me to, gave me a phone number to call, and in the course of time, I got help. And that's how I'm able to give you this video today. And tell you families out there, don't give up on your loved one. Don't give up on your relationship. Work it. You can do this. This is something that can be done. Now, if your loved one is violent, physically to you, to your children, male or female, that's where you draw the line in the sand. Not that you abandon them, but that's where you get to a safe place, get them to a safe place, help them to understand, okay, we'll work with you, I love you, I want to be with you, but I can't let you do violence to me, to children, to animals, to your dog, cat, pet, whatever. There is help. I'm going to do as many of these videos as I can to help the families and yourself deal with the post-traumatic stress, the trauma, the anger, the guilt, the just all of it, the best I know how, and we'll work together. Okay, this is the end of video number 2, and as soon as I can get another one up, I will. Goodbye for now.